is Southwest Airlines. This is P.O.C. Southwest Airlines is engaged in what is targeting me. This is the fake sun that's over me where I stand in the morning at the Page One Cafe end of the OVITT family. That's called Crossing Path. That's a gang stalker. And this is the same one engaging in battery at the Methodist Church, another gang stalking church, where I've shown you they're engaging in the pattern of conduct, engaging what is hitting me and concert on behalf of the U.S. military that's stalking in planes and helicopters. This is the entity doing so under the fake sun. He's under the fake sun that I'm documenting. That was Saturday morning at 10 o'clock in the morning. They were lined up right here, and this fake sun was over me at the entrance. If you recall that documentation, you'll recall the documentation where the Southwest Airlines is gang stalking, where the entity is keeping this fake sun where it's rising at 7 a.m. And that is Southwest Airlines that is specifically targeting me in Montclair, California, and Los Angeles, California, and Fontana, California, targeting me while I am maintaining an ongoing body of evidence that Southwest Airlines in particular is keeping under surveillance. And Southwest, in furtherance of murdering me, is maintaining also an unabated program of psychological torture. This is Southwest Airlines is going to be prosecuted for treason in concert with the homosexuals that are flying, stalking me in Southwest Airlines planes, which Southwest Airlines headquartered in Dallas is providing to the military in furtherance of murdering me. That's a corporate entity that's engaged in domestic terrorism, and it shall be prosecuted for treason. This is the entity that's doing so in this environment where you're looking at the fake sun that's right here over me, where I stand. In the same way as I cross path, right, all the demons that are stalking Wells Fargo, the fake sun's over me this morning while they're all at the teller. And the fake sun is there. Wells Fargo 240 North Euclid Avenue, this fake sun is moving over me. Southwest Airlines is stalking a very specific person. I'm going to prosecute that terrorist that's masking itself under a corporate entity, okay, or as a corporate entity. This is where the entity is maintaining that pattern of conduct. If you'll recall, first of all, this is the demon committing a battery in concert with the demons that are gang stalking at the Methodist Church at I Street in Euclid, where they are targeting me on behalf of the U.S. military, which is an act of terrorism, and it's no small thing. You're going to prison when you are engaged in any form of harm, which is exacerbating the criminal pattern of conduct where you're gang stalking and furtherance of murder already. And he is engaged in battery. And then the demons that are serving food at that fake church in Ontario under the fake sun is then repeating that act of battery while they're engaging in the gang violence. As you document one demon engaging in an act, they will all repeat it. They do so in that specific environment. These are the mentally ill that engage in sharing a criminal pattern of conduct. They are the same demonic entity, meaning you're dealing with the same mentally ill spirit that is possessing a group of people. Okay, that's what the government is doing, and that's what's possessing, by the way, the U.S. military that are gang stalking, and they're going to be prosecuted as treasonous terrorists that are engaging in the pattern of conduct, and they're still engaging in that. That's relevant to the ways in which terrorists that are the U.S. military are going to be prosecuted in the United States. All right, also relevant, Southwest Airlines is targeting where there are no scheduled flights. This is the reflection of what is on the Ontario website regarding departures. And you have what is currently 3:54 p.m. And so the flight toward Phoenix, that will be flight number WN566, where the entity is maintaining the same pattern of conduct under the fake sun. That's not a flight to any destination while they're hovering over the senior center, where no flights from the airport they're flying outside of the zoning provisions in doing so. The entity is engaged in targeting me under the fake sun also. They're doing so also while they're monitoring the evidence. This is a psychopath that is an entity, okay, while you're describing the mental illness. This is psychopathic while you're engaging in more stalking conduct, and you're doing so because you are hostile toward the evidence that you're stalking in the first place. That is the character of the criminal conduct of Southwest Airlines, the entity that's co-conspiring murder with the U.S. military. Alrighty, this is the U.S. military targeting. This is what I captured in the morning in video, where the people of the state were lined up around the same venue where I'm at right now, and this was at 9:54 in the morning. Video ended at 9:58 a.m. The fake sun is still remaining over me right now, where the entity is flying outside of what's published on the website, showing all manner of targeting. And the entity has the fake sun as I arrived today at that says 1:08 p.m. And this is where the U.S. military are using planes provided to it by the people of the state. That is corporate entities, people that are at the heads of these companies like corporate headquarters in Dallas, Texas. I hope you hear me talking to you, because I'm prosecuting you, and I will federally prosecute you for criminal activity. You will not merely be paying me money. You will be prosecuted for criminal acts that airline is representative of, while they're stalking me under a fake sun that could not possibly be anywhere in Texas, let alone in the sunshiny state of Dallas, while you are acting through the U.S. military that's targeting me in California. I hope you're paying attention, because I'm prosecuting you. It is currently 3:56 p.m. This is indeed where that entity is targeting, okay? And this is where the entity is targeting me with Michael Renz. This is where the entity is targeting me with Michael Gherkin, all right? Where the government is, that is the city of Ontario that's targeting in furtherance of murder. And that is the entire population that shares in that, which is terrorism. And under the Constitution, under the language of the Constitution, you're understanding how gang stalking is treason committed by the U.S. military that's targeting through a population, and they're all demons. This is the beast system. All right, and this is the entity engaged in that, and they're doing that while the case has already been proven. And this is speaking to the fact that they're not just going to prison. Those that are subject to prison, they're not just going to prison, but they will not be getting out of prison. Okay, this is P.O.C. It is currently 3:57 p.m.